All week long we have been taking you on our Arizona's Family road trip, not just to northern Arizona, but we are very specifically focusing on the northwestern part of our state. And we found quite a few really neat destinations that you can visit maybe this summer on your way to Vegas. So our destination today is a place where they rescue and provide a home for exotic animals. Each animal has come from either show business or some kind of abusive situation, and now they're living in a sanctuary in northwestern Arizona.
In the quiet valley of Valentine, Arizona, there's a lot of love for wild animals at the Keepers of the Wild Nature Park.
Yeah, what is that? Are you a good boy?
Jonathan Kraft established this sanctuary more than 20 years ago after walking away from his show on the Las Vegas Strip. The retired magician and his staff now care for nearly 200 wild animals.
For an animal to live in a box and to be transported to a show and then sit backstage, and then when the show is over, they get their 15 seconds on stage and then back in the box, back into a cage. It's just not a life for animals like this. So I decided to put my show in hiatus and started rescuing.
The big cats are a big attraction, and it is evident as Kraft shows us around just how much he cares for them.
You are such a good kid. Huh? Yeah, look at you. It's actually quite amazing how forgiving these animals are, because most of them come out of terribly abusive facilities. And yet I bond with them within an hour.
But he says he has a very healthy respect for the fact that these are wild animals.
They're wild. They will always be wild. Can you socialize them? Yes. But are they dangerous? Absolutely.
In fact, just a few weeks ago, while trying to help one of the tigers get to a shelter during a thunderstorm, Kraft was attacked. He says he couldn't lock the gate fast enough before the animal lunged at him. But in a statement, Kraft says he does not blame the cat, which he says acted on instinct, and he has no intention of putting the animal down.
This is Bam Bam. This is our Grizzly Bear. Hi, Bam Bam. And so she is a little rascal, as you can tell. Hi, Bam Bam.
A grizzly bear and a whole host of black bears also call this nature park home, including a baby that got separated from its mother. Arizona Game and Fish brought him here.
These guys are very gentle, huh, baby? You're a gentle boy, huh? So they get a wide variety of fruits and veggies, as well as proteins, as well as protein, of course. It is very expensive feeding bears because on fruits and veggies, and they have special bear cookies in there that are protein.
There's also a special diet for the camels.
Hoover came out of Scottsdale. These are weird looking carrots, but the reason we give him these carrots is because they have medication in them. He's got some arthritis going on.
Often when animals arrive here, they are in bad shape, so they do whatever they can to nurse them back to good health. These wolves are from Northern California, rescued after the Butte fire.
About 50,000 acres burned, about 500 homes. And this was a biologist that had 4 wolves on his property in about 2 acres. And everything fried, the trucks melted, it was so bad. So he basically went back the next day to go bury his animals. And lo and behold, they had dug a 15-foot tunnel underground to escape the fire.
The wolves did.
The wolves did.
Now, Arizona is their home, along with a dozen primates in Monkey Village.
This is Billy. You're gonna give me a hand? Oh, can I have the other one? Thank you.
They're smart, right?
Oh, yeah. Give him a key, he'll be out. Billy, behave. Don't have one as a pet, you see what happens, okay? Yeah. They are very nasty and they're mean. And they're very dangerous. They got big teeth and they can do a number on you.
Besides providing a home for these animals to live out their days, Kraft also sees his animal sanctuary as an educational tool.
Billy, are you a good boy? You're such a good boy, huh? Yeah. You let your dad scratch you, huh?
And hopes the public will come to appreciate and respect these wild animals.
So we should mention that Keepers of the Wild actually takes in animals from all over the world, as well as right here in our state and around the country. You can actually go tour the sanctuary. They are open every day of the week except for Tuesday. Should mention that feeding for the big cats is 3:30 in the afternoon, so that's kind of a special time for the public to come visit the park. We understand, and Scott, you were saying that you have a friend who's friends with Mr. Kraft.
Yeah, knows him.
Yeah,
so
and he's still in the hospital, but
think
should be
so.
out.
Said he's going to be home by this weekend.
Soon. But you can see the real love that he has,
you sure can.
and it should not be mistaken that he has an incredible respect for the fact that they are wild animals.
Right.
You know, it was in the midst of a thunderstorm that he was attacked, so the cat was probably pretty spooked as well. But it is an incredible place if you get to visit. You know, some of the things, just because of time, we didn't even get to mention. They've got condors and eagles. Really? I mean, a whole raptor section, and what they do is they try to nurse those birds back, and then they release them. If they can't nurse them back, then they stay there, for their safety. But almost 200 animals at the sanctuary.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yes.
You know, those animals are so big, like the cats.
Yeah.
Even if it was playing around, you could get hurt.
Well, he was telling me 500 pounds for one of those cats,
Whoa.
13 feet from nose to tail. So yeah, you're not kidding.
Wow.
By the way, all of these destinations we've put together, really, really neat. I know summer break